Hey, how you doing everybody? Robert184, 2 R's, 2 B's from gundam.tk, and after I had showed off my Gunpla 2010 catalog and Hobby Link Japan ran out of them, I just thought I'd show you a few other things that you can pick up if you're looking for books, etc. to help you with your Gundam collection. In this case, we've got the Mobile Suit Illustrated 2009. As you see in this one, you're going to get a list of every mobile suit that has ever been made into a plastic model. Whereas this one goes for the complete opposite approach. This is every mobile suit ever. And that means even if they're not popular enough to get a model, they're going to be in here. And because of that, this thing goes into ridiculous amounts of detail. This book sells for 2,700 yen before tax, and of course because this is 2009, by me picking it up this year, I can just pick it up used for about half that. The thing that I enjoyed most about this is, of course, everybody knows all the mobile suits from First Gundam, 00, etc. But it's these small things here that you're pretty much only going to see in a book like this. Things like a Gundam Crisis, various rides that they've got, things like a Col du Ciel, double fake under the Gundam, etc. When you go through these, every once in a while you'll be surprised at how many cool mobile suits there are and how many more you'd like to see actually get turned into models. When you crack it open, you're going to get the table of contents here, and what I liked about this is you're going to get almost 200 pages of color, which is great because I don't know if any of you read Japanese magazines, etc. Often you'll pick them up, the first quarter will be awesome color pictures, and then at the back you're going to get black and white. And you do get 250 pages of black and white here at the back, but the fact that you're getting 200 pages of color at the beginning more than makes up for it, for me. So it's broken down into Universal Century, then the Another Centuries, and then games, etc. I won't go through the whole book, but just to give you an idea, when you flip here at the beginning of the UC section, you're going to have the 08 MS team. And the information, you're going to get, of course, a picture of the lead Gundam, in this case the ground Gundam. And you're going to get the information of the suit number, its Japanese name, then you're going to get an English name written down every time, which is handy. Height, weight, armaments, a list of all the weapons, and a list of the pilots. So here it's going to say Shiro Amada and others. So don't expect like an extensive list, like MHQ has an awesome thing where they usually list every pilot that's ever been in there. Don't expect that for here, but they will usually show you who the famous pilot is. And as you move down, you can see Shiro Yamada's ball there, and then you've got the EZ-8, etc. But with the color pages, pretty much 1 or 2 pictures of each is all you're going to get. This is a page from Hathaway's Flash, the novel series. I think there's 3 of them. Anyway, if you've ever played G-Generations, it's these kind of Gundams that you come across in the game, like the Kusui Gundam. But even better for me is the Penelope, or the Penelope, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, this is my #1 wanted model, and this thing is just a beast. But anyway, of course, the chances of getting that in model form is practically 0 considering the survey band I did. But then again, going through this book, there's a whole bunch of things that you may wish and dream Bandai would plasticize. Moving on to more recent stuff, here you can see the bad guys at the end of 00 first season, and it's also going to go into variations, both of Universal Century and 00, etc., including things like Gundam F91 variations. There's a ton of different kits in here, or different MSs in here that you may be surprised to run across. And the last couple pages, there's a bunch of things that only appeared in games, like the Gundam Mark IV, the Zaku 50, things like the Phoenix and the Tornado Gundam. And then when you flip to the back, you've got the Shin Musha Mark II in blue. Wish that came out in white. And then, once you move on from that, you're going to get into the black and white line art. And when you get into that, whereas at the beginning you only had a small picture of the Gundam, a front and back shot, here you're going to get pictures of it, a lot more information in the specs, but then just in general you're going to have front shots, side shots, all the different variations of the G-armors, etc. So you're going to get a lot more information here in the black and white in the back of the book. And other things, if you want to take a shot at reading the Japanese, is things like the Rajiel and the GN Safer, etc. You can get a write-up on what the actual mobile suit is, in addition to just the tech specs, if you want to give a shot reading those. At the end though, whether you need to buy this book is completely up to you. On the other hand, of course, when I talked about this one, the Gunpla 2010 catalog, I pretty much made that a must buy, and of course that's just opinion, so you can make your own call, of course. But this one is really if you're into things like G generations and you want to know what was that mobile suit that I just saw, etc. And if you're watching old series like Gundam X and there's a million different grunt suits, and especially in something like Victory where they had horrible color schemes and you can't tell them apart, this is going to help you because you've got 200 pages of it in color, followed up by a whole bunch of line art and descriptions in the back. But the big problem is, of course, is that this is written in Japanese. But you can get through it. The names of the pilots are written in katakana, but the mobile suits are at least written in English, but depends on your mileage may vary on how useful this book would be for you. Anyway, I just thought I would show that off to you to see in case there are people that are interested in that. But of course, I'm always going to say to go give that a shot. And otherwise, there's a whole bunch of good stuff online, so you don't necessarily like to have this unless you're one of those people who loves having that tactile book in your hands. Anyway, everybody, Robert184, as always, thanks for watching. Hope these help sometimes. And let me know what you think of the video or the book down below with a comment. Like if you do, don't if you don't. Subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye.